Okay, thank you for showing interest in our programs. My name is Dean from Sponsor East Travels. I am the Senior Immigration Programs Advisor at Sponsor East Travels. Sponsor East Travels is an international recruitment company. Basically, what we do is to help candidates to secure a job offer, secure a work visa, and offer a half sponsorship to qualified candidates. So what I want you to do is I want you to watch this video from the beginning to the very end so that you can understand the whole detail of what we do and also be able to make better decisions. Don't be distracted. Pay attention to watch the video from beginning to the end. So as I mentioned before, Sponsor East Travel partners with licensed recruitment companies to offer work visa sponsorship. So we don't work alone. We are in partnership with licensed recruitment companies in different countries. So we have licensed recruitment companies in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and other different countries, Ireland, and all of that. So any country that will offer work visa sponsorship to, it means that we have a partner where we have those countries. So what we basically do is our partnership is we connect with our recruitment companies. The recruitment companies are connected to the employers. We are connected to the candidate like you. So our recruitment companies link the employers to us. We also link the candidate to them because they cannot be from their home country and have access to the candidates that are here like you. So through us, you can connect. Then employers connect to them, then we'll connect together. That's how it works. So after this section, you'll be able to make decision to know either to work with us or not. So basically, that is how it works. I want to show you our office because currently I'm in our office here in Lagos, 2060 Road 3, Kota Villa Estate, Lagos, Nigeria. So take a look at our office, and also I'm sure you have visited our office, you have visited our social media platform to see our office. So just a glance of our office. I'm sure you can see this is the 2 seats where people sit down if they visit our office for assessment. So for assessments, you can come here with your lawyer, with your friend, with a relative. So this is our office here. See this place, right? You can come with anybody then for assessment. And coming for assessment does not mean you are required to make payments. You are not required to make payments. You will come for us to assess you. Then when you qualify, then we can now begin your process. That means you make payment and begin your process. So you're not coming here to make payment. We're coming here to assess you. And at the same time, when we're assessing you, you also assess us. That's how it works. It's in 2 ways. So as I mentioned before, there are 2 sets of programs that Sponsor East Travels offer. We offer 1, permanent resident programs. 2, we offer work visa half sponsorship programs. So we have 2 sets of programs, permanent resident programs and work visa half sponsorship programs. The permanent resident programs we have currently is called Canada Permanent Residence via Express Entry. It's a popular program, and I'm sure you have that before, the Express Entry program. It means that candidates can travel to Canada as a permanent resident. That means you become a permanent resident here in Nigeria, in your country, before moving to Canada. And this program means that you can move with your dependents, you can move with your family, your spouse, as far as they are of age. Dependents in terms of your kids from 17 years downward. And you can move with your spouse, either your husband or your wife. So Canada Permanent Resident Program via Express Entry, it is one of the main pathways for skilled people who want to work in Canada, move to Canada this time. The program has been there, but it has been updated since the Canadian government appointed a new immigration minister. They have changed, updated it, and announced the new update. Now, it is the main focal point for people to move to Canada through work. So if you want to move to Canada now, if Canada is your choice to move, if it's your dream country, the first point of contact, the first point of movement to work in Canada is Canada Permanent Resident via Express Entry. Unless You don't want to work in Canada, you don't like Canada. As far as you want to move to Canada, the express entry is the pathway for you to move this year. And the way it works is this: it's a simple process. You evaluate yourself. Evaluating yourself is finding out your chances of moving to Canada, which they evaluate you based on age, based on work experience. I mean, based on also skill, based on your spouse eligibility, based on different things, right? They evaluate you based on your education, based on language proficiency, and a whole lot of those things. So after the evaluation, then you create an account to enter the pool. Entering the pool means you become visible to the Canadian government in their platform. And the Canadian government select candidates from the platform. You understand how it is? So it means that, for instance, the platform just like you have Jumia and Gigi. I know if you now want to buy something, you go to any of those platforms, right? You select products you want to buy, then you pay. Like Jumia now, if you go there, you see different products. You select, enter your cart, you make payment, then Jumia delivers to you. You don't know who owns those products. I'm sure you know that the different companies or individuals that own those products you bought. So Jumia will go and pick them from different offices and shops and deliver it to you. That's what happens also in this express entry. That's how the pool works. So you create an account and submit your details. When you submit your details, it means that you have entered the pool. The Canadian government, federal government of Canada, can go there and select individuals they want to work in Canada for different labor shortages. So based on their demand at that particular time, they will select people and tell those people to apply for permanent residence. And the good part is that it is now the main focus for people to move to Canada. It was difficult for people to appoint people before, but now it is now easy for people to move to Canada through that pathway. And not just only the Canadian federal government, right? Even the provinces in Nigeria, call it states. The provinces also go to the platform and pick people they want to work in their state. Just like in Nigeria now, you have different states. You have individuals who work with the state, right? They also have individuals who work with the federal government. That's federal government pays them salary. You have people that the state pays salary. And also in Nigeria, you have people that work for private individuals. That's how it is in Canada also. So employers in Canada go to the platform to pick individuals they want. So when they go there, just like the way you pick people from, you pick products from Jumia or whatever, you pick and pay. That's how employers in Canada now are going to the platform to pick people, select people based on their skills, based on the experience they want, based on different things. And also the state government also, or provinces in Canada also, go there to pick people, choose people they want based on the labor shortages and all of that. Also, the federal government of Canada also do the same. And when they do that, the federal government of Canada coordinates the whole process. Now they ask those individuals that have been picked by this category of people, the states, the individual governments, and even the federal government, ask them to apply for permanent residence. They now apply for permanent residence. And they issue them permanent residence while they are here in their home country. So you are coming there with your dependent, with your spouse, with your family as a permanent resident. And the permanent residence is that there's a lot of advantages to it. These are the available jobs. So if you have experience in any of these jobs for the Canada Permanent Resident Program, it means that you are qualified to apply for this program. And we recommend 100% if you want to move to Canada and you want to work, you want to move with your dependents, your families to Canada, this is the time for you to apply because this update is still fresh. So you are to apply for the permanent residence and wait for them to select you. And when they select you, you ask you to apply for permanent residence. So if you have the work experience listed here, these are, if you're in healthcare or caregiver, or if you're a healthcare provider or caregiver, you also can apply for this program. If you're into hospitality or hotel services, you're into agriculture or food processing, you're into transportation or logistics, you're into skilled traders like carpenter, bricklayers, mechanics, and all of that. If you're into manufacturing, it means also you are qualified. If you're into IT, technology, you also can apply. If you're into research, right, you can also apply. If you're into education or teaching, to training, those kind of stuff, right? If you're into engineering, if you speak French, that's a good added advantage for you because Canada is looking for French speakers. If you're a senior management, personnel, they're also looking for you. Militaries, those who are into military, I mean soldiers, navies, and all of that, police, they're also looking for them. So if you fall in any of these categories, Canada is looking for you right now. It means that you have better chances of becoming a permanent resident in Canada in few months. Okay, this is the video. This is the video where it was announced. So I want you to watch the video and see the announcement that the Canadian minister made, immigration minister made regarding this. So I want you to watch the video. Take your time to watch the video to the end, then and we'll continue the process.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bon après-midi. Batya, thank you very much for that warm introduction. Thank you to the Canadian Club for this opportunity. 130 years is significant, and thank you for everything that you do to support our businesses and our communities thrive. Thank you for all the guests for being here today. Thank you to my Deputy Minister, Dr. Kochar, for also being here with me today. I'm pleased to speak to you today about immigration. It's something that is deeply woven into my personal story and into Canada's story. We are approaching the current immigration challenges with determination, with focus, and with compassion. And we're making progress. In January, I was pleased to announce that we met our immigration targets that we set in 2025. Today is a great opportunity to reflect on what immigration in Canada looked like when I took this role 9 months ago. I will share some of the many steps that we are taking to ensure the system supports Canada's economy and social fabric. With our healthcare and economy in crisis, Canada used immigration to address urgent labor shortages and to support our recovery. When Prime Minister Carney, our new Prime Minister, appointed me as Immigration Minister last May, the task was clear: restore control and balance and rebuild confidence in our immigration system. Attract the best and brightest to advance the Canadian economy, all while meeting our humanitarian objectives. We needed a reset, so we took a thorough, honest look at pressures across the system and worked with partners across government and the country to set clear immigration targets within a measured framework. When newcomers help fill labor gaps, build more homes, strengthen access to healthcare, all Canadians benefit. Right now, my department is investing a great deal of focus on attracting and retaining global talent, bringing in the right people to help build a stronger future. So getting this right largely depends on how we select these newcomers. Across departments, our governments are embarked on an ambitious international talent attraction strategy. At Immigration, we are using the tools at our disposal to attract talent that grows our economy and that fills key labor shortages. Our express entry system is, which I know most of you know about, is at the core of our approach for attracting and retaining the skilled workers Canada needs. Express Entry is an online system that we use to manage applications for 3 permanent residence programs. So in category-based rounds of invitations, we invite candidates in the Express Entry pool with the skills and experience we need to boost our capacity in key sectors and occupations. Candidates are awarded points and ranked in the pool based on skills, education, language ability, work experience, and other factors, the things that our employers are looking for. So today I welcome the opportunity to announce how IRCC will sharpen express entry in 2026. So first, we will continue the existing categories that are working. That means IRCC will continue to hold invitation rounds to select candidates with strong French skills, as well as those with work experience in the following fields: healthcare and social services. We will do the same with trades, such as carpenters, plumbers, machinists. We will support education occupations. These STEM categories include engineers and cybersecurity specialists. So that was first. Second, today we are introducing new categories designed to meet and support Canada's evolving needs and reflect our government's determination to attract the best talent to Canada. We're adding categories for researchers and senior managers. We're also adding categories for candidates with work experience in transport occupations. Strengthening those helps us move goods across the country and to new markets, supporting trade, supply chains, and economic resilience. And finally, we are creating a new category for skilled military recruits to attract highly skilled foreign military applicants, including doctors, nurses, pilots, can be invited to apply for permanent residence. They will be subject to the same security and all military requirements. The first round for doctors and a separate round for other healthcare professionals is happening this week. Finally, it's important to highlight that Express Entry continues to support our long-term commitment to strengthen Francophone vitality across Canada. More teachers, more nurses, more entrepreneurs and workers to contribute to the economic vitality of our communities. These are professions that have been identified by stakeholders as being in particularly high demand. My department is working hard to broaden and intensify our recruitment efforts. As I mentioned earlier, IRCC's effort to attract talent is part of our government's international talent attraction strategy. We're not waiting for the right people to find us. We will go out into the world to recruit the people our country needs, to connect them with Canadian employers, and to highlight why Canada is the place, the best place in the world to build their careers and lives. Employers can plan, hire, and invest with confidence with an express entry program that functions effectively for them. We're also working closely with provinces and territories to make improvements. This includes helping reduce barriers and support faster pathways to careers in Canada. My department is restoring control to immigration so that it remains sustainable, targeted, and able to support Canada's economic growth and labor force needs. Thank you very much.
So that's how it is. I'm sure you have done with the video. You see the video, you hear it as people say from the horse's mouth. So they said that they will even go looking for candidates that they need. They will not wait for a candidate to come to them. Now they are going ahead to look for candidates, right? They said they're even making the whole thing less difficult before it was difficult for employers to employ candidates from outside Canada, but now they are making it easier so that they can, overcome the labor shortages that they have in Canada. I think you heard it from the video. As a Canadian PR holder, permanent residence holder, what are the benefits? These are just some of the benefits that I can list for you here. You live and work in Canada. That means you can work anywhere in Canada, right? With freedom. You relocate with your spouse and children. You can move with your spouse and children. You have access to free public education for your kids, from nursery or kindergarten to secondary school. Affordable higher education. Maybe you want to go to university, want to continue education. Instead of paying for as international student, you pay as a permanent resident, which afford you with less fund. You have free access to universal healthcare of Canada. You can go to hospitals, be attended to for basic health cares. You have free access to it. social benefits. You have access to child care support, maternity, paternity leave, and all of those things. You have access to retirement benefits, pensions and old age security and all of that. You're also protected under the Canadian law, just like any other person. And your money, you'll be making your money in dollars, in Canadian dollars. You're also free to move in and out of Canada. So you don't need fees again to move to Canada or to come back to Nigeria. So you can move free. Canada becomes your second home, or even some people, it becomes their first home self. Right? It's the closest pathway to citizenship. So when you stay there as a permanent resident for 2 years, 3 years, you apply for citizenship and you become a full Canadian. Do you see? So this is one of the fastest or secure structural pathway to move to Canada this time. So how do you begin this process? How do you begin this process? This process can begin in 3 ways. So what you need to do is 3 ways, 3 things. 1, evaluation. You need to evaluate yourself. If you fall in any of those keys, those jobs I mentioned, then you need to now look at what are your chances of moving. And that's what we do for you. We do your evaluation to know your chances of moving. And as far as you fall within those category of jobs, your chances are very high. And what we do in that case is we look at those provinces. We look at provinces. Some individual, you now may have multiple skills or multiple work experience. You might work in different places. Some people are carpenters, they are bricklayers. Some people are drivers, they can do other skills and all of that. We now look at which of your skill is in demand in Canada or in some provinces. So we'll check different provinces to see which of your skill are in demand or is in demand. Then we will now arrange your CV, send your document basically for that in demand job so that you can have much chances in moving to Canada immediately. So that when you enter the pool, they pick you, it becomes easy. That's what we do. So the first thing is to do evaluation. And that evaluation is to know your chances. Now look at different recruitment, look at different demand jobs and which of the jobs that you have. If you have multiple jobs, we'll now tailor your stuff, tailor your skill and your work experience towards those in demand job to make it easier for you to move instead of just entering the pool like that. Then when we have done that and identify the in-demand job that match your skill, the second thing we do is to create a profile for you to be in the pool. So creating a profile, submitting your document inside the platform is what it means or what is called entering the pool. So you enter the pool. So when you enter the pool now, you're not visible. So the Canadian government, federal government can select you based on your skill, based on your work experience, and based on other factors. Also, the state government can also pick you from there also based on those things too. And not only that, employers in Canada go to the same platform to check or to look for the candidate that they need for their companies, for their business, or for their openings. They also cannot pick you up from there. So when they pick you, then the federal government of Canada will now ask you to apply for permanent residence. Then you submit a permanent resident application, which is the third thing. And when you submit the approve it means now you're a Canadian permanent resident holder while you are still in your home country. So you can now move from here and you can travel with your dependents. Some of the things we're going to do for you is, if you look at it here, we're going to evaluate your age, we're going to evaluate your work, your educational level, evaluate your work experience, evaluate your year of work experience. There's a difference between your work experience and year of work experience. Some people, they have 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and all of that. Your language proficiency, your marital status, your adaptability in staying in Canada, your spouse educational level, your spouse dependence, your spouse language proficiency, your spouse work experience, and all of those things. And also, we're going to check people that have been selected in work occupation, which kind of work experience do they have? Because Canada publishes those things on the platform. So I want to check the people they selected from which category of jobs So we're going to look at it and now tailor you towards that category of jobs. Those are the things we do on that evaluation. So there are three things we do. First, we do the evaluation. Second, then we now create an account, submit your document, and you now enter the pool, which is the second thing. And now when they select you, when the Canadian government select you from the pool, we now apply for permanent residence for you and you travel. And we don't just end there. Sponsorship, covering flight ticket, accommodation, and airport pickup. So if you get a permanent residence and you don't have funds to travel, to pay your flight ticket, accommodation, airport pickup, Sponsor East Travel does that for you. They will offer you that, which you provide us with the guarantor or collateral, right? And you repay in 24 months. That's 2 years. And the worth of that sponsorship is 7 million naira. So Sponsor East Travel can give you the 7 million naira to take care of those things, and you repay in 24 months. Or Sponsor East Travel can use the 7 million naira to provide those things for you, which is the flight. You pay for your flight ticket, you pay for your accommodation, then you pay for your airport pickup, and you start working. From the time you start working in Canada, then you can also repay us in 24 months. And to qualify, you don't need a job offer. Unlike other kind of programs, you don't need a job offer. You don't need to be employed in Nigeria here by Canadian government before you can qualify for permanent residence. That's why when you get there, you can work with any employer at all. So you're not required to get a job offer here. And when you get there as a permanent resident, we will secure a job offer for you, because we already have a Canadian recruitment partners who will assign, contact them, then they will secure a job offer for you. In short, they are the one who will even tell to come and pick you up from the airport when you arrive. So what you need to do now is to enter the pool so that it can be visible, so that it can be selected. And to enter the pool, there are only two things you need to do. You need to evaluate yourself, then you need to create an account, submit your document, and enter the pool and become visible. And when you're visible, that is when the Canadian government, either the state of employers, can select you from the pool. So that is what you need. And we recommend 100% that if you are interested in moving to Canada, that is our recommendation. We are not making a decision for you. If you want to move to Canada, that is the sure option. That is the option now. Even while you do other things, you can be applying for other things and be doing other things, even though you're interested in another country, but you have to do this while it's running. Because when you enter the pool, you wait for the immigration to pick you up from there, the Canadian government to pick you. So we advise everybody, if you're interested in moving to Canada, this is the time. Remember the time the UK also had their dependent student visa. A lot of people moved. A lot of people used the opportunity to move with their dependents. Later on, they closed it gradually until they closed it to finish. So now is the time. You don't need to procrastinate. You don't need to delay. Nothing needs to disturb you. That's the first thing you need to do. Even though you are looking for other options to move abroad, through school, through whatever means, and you're interested in Canada, this is the first thing to do. This is our recommendation and advice, professional advice for you. So for you to do that, there are three options for you. We can evaluate you. That's one option. We can evaluate you and help you to submit your document, create an account, you enter the pool. That is what we can do for you. We can do that for you. And also, you can do that by yourself. If you don't want us to do it for you, you can also do that by yourself. And also, we have a step-by-step video which I have recorded where you can follow, which from that video, I demonstrated how you can do that. And with that video, anybody can do it. All you need to do is just follow the step-by-step process and do it. So there are two options now I've mentioned. First, you now come to us for us to evaluate you, recommend for you, then and create an account, publish your details, and you enter the pool for the immigration Canadian government to select you to apply for permanent residence. Then if you don't want us to do it for you, you have the option of doing it yourself. And also, the second option is you using the video that we have done on doing it. You see the step-by-step process, the video, to do it. So we have two videos. The first video explained how you can evaluate yourself, right? After the video, you will now know how to evaluate yourself. Then we have also the second video that explained how to enter the pool, how to submit your documents and enter the pool the proper way. We also have explained that step by step in that video. I did that. So from the two videos, you'll be able to do this. But in a situation you don't want to do it due to maybe you don't have time or all of that, we can also do that for you. So all you need to do is to reach out to us. And for the video, if you are doing it yourself, we have section every Sunday. We have session on Sundays where you can ask questions. We know you may have some questions or stuck somewhere. We don't just leave you like that with the video, right? You ask questions every Sunday. We'll answer your questions for whatever issue you have regarding either the evaluation or entering the pool. We can resolve that for you from the video. So all you need to do is get the video, the two videos, and then follow the step by step. And if you have any issue, you can reach out to us. But if you don't want to go through that, you can also just reach out to us, right? Reach out to us, then we will do that for you. Evaluate you, 1, 2, then create an account and you enter the pool. It is when you enter the pool, after they have selected you now, that you will not apply for permanent residence. And also, you can also book in a session to visit our office. This is our office here. If you want to visit our office, you can also visit our office, because we usually have sections where we'll explain to people, provide information, just I'm providing for you here now. We'll provide people information about how to, so you can also visit our office for that. So these are the three options. Then how do you reach out to us? You reach out to us through the phone number on our website. If you go to our website, there are phone numbers, WhatsApp numbers, like as you're seeing here. Just click here, it will reach out to you, it will direct you to our website. So even if you go to our homepage here, you see there's a WhatsApp number here, you reach to our website. So all you need to do is visit our website. Once you visit our website, then you'll be able to reach out to us for which of the options you are interested in. Chat us on WhatsApp, we will respond to you. If you want the videos, we'll send the video to you. Then if you want us to do it for you, then we begin the process. That's how it is. Remember, the video is a paid video. The two videos are paid. And also, the section for us to do it are also paid. So that is how it works. Now, in conclusion, for this Canada permanent resident via express entry, if you are interested in moving to Canada this year, the main option you have is evaluate yourself, then create an account and enter the pool and become visible and wait for them to take you. So some people always say, the express entry is difficult. I don't have the CR score. To me, that's phobia, right? That's phobia. Some say, okay, I don't have the documents. You don't need documents to enter the pool. All you need to do is fill your details. Is when you're in the pool, you can provide other things. You can now provide other things. So, and the update shows that there are different ways that candidate can be selected. So it's not by your score alone now. That's one of the updates. Before, it was only your score. But now, it's not only the score that makes them to select you. Because candidates are selected every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, Canadian government selects thousands of candidates from the pool. So it can be selected. Let me mention some of the ways in which they select candidates. One, they select candidates by general draws. Right? General draws. They select people randomly based on their CR score, based on their scores, based on the number. Right? Also, they select people based on category, work experience they have, and other factors. So they select people based on age also. And also the provinces also select people. Right? That's one of the ways. Work experience is one of the ways, because Canada want to fill the labor shortage. So if the most important thing is your work experience, are you able to do what they want people to do? They begin to look at it. That's why we position candidate first based on skill in demand. Your background, that's what they use in demand jobs. So it's not just about your CR score. If you have 1,000 scores and you don't have the work experience they need, probably maybe they're looking for healthcare workers today, and you're a doctor. I mean, they're looking for healthcare workers today or caregivers today, and you're a carpenter. They will not select you no matter the score you have. They always look at just people that have the skill they are looking for and their score. So that's why they will start first. Do you see? So it's not about score. That's why if the update explain these things, that's why the most important thing you need to do is to be in the pool. Another thing also that they used to select is the provinces. The provinces select people. Remember, at each time they are selecting people, the federal government of Canada may have different work shortage. That means they are looking for different category of people. The state of Canada may be looking for different category of people based on work experience and all of that. That means there are different states in Canada. Those different states will be looking for different category of people, different skills. Employers in Canada and the whole of Canada, different employers will be looking for different skills at each point in time. So the skill they are looking for today is going to be different than the skill they are looking for tomorrow. So the first thing you have to do is to be in the group, in the pool, which means evaluate yourself and create an account and be in the pool. If you don't do that, nobody will select you. So that's the first thing you do. Do you see that it's not about your score now that determines whether they're selecting you? It's about in demand. And this demand of skills changes over time, every week. Right? And when you're in the pool, you also can increase your chances. It doesn't mean that you're already in the pool, you're already in the pool. You can increase your chances. You can, if you add work experience, you can change it. You can increase your work experiences. Maybe currently you have 1 year work experience and 2 months. You can, if you add another month, have another year, you can add to it. You see, if you change job, also can change your job. Maybe you have another work experience, you can change that work experience to another work experience. You see, if you have a better language score, you can also change it. Maybe you score low this time, then later you write another one, you have high score, you can also change it. There are people who also in school, maybe they have BSc, now they have MSc, they can also increase it. Maybe they have only SSCE, later you now have another work experience, you can also increase it. It doesn't mean that you already submitted, you are submitted. No, that's the changes that they have recently. You can update those things. The provinces also is another option. Provinces select you. And as I mentioned before, the selection is done at random, regularly. And what that means is that, for instance, now you are into healthcare, or a carpenter, or a bricklayer, or a mechanic, or a driver, or whatever. And Canada, making instance, Canada now need 10,000 carpenters, or bricklayers, or whatever, for the skill you have, 10,000. And you have a low score. Let's say you have 300 and they're looking for from 500. And before they get to 300, they have selected the 10,000. So they did not select you. Maybe when they get to 400, 350, they have selected the number of people they want. They did not select you. It means that your low score before has become high again, because you'll be one of those, their score now high. You see? So that your score is low today doesn't mean it's continued to be low. It means that the next time they want to select another 10,000, 3,000, 5,000, you can be among those people that will be selected, because those people who have the high score have left the pool. They ask them to apply for permanent residence. You now can be asked to apply. You see, that's why the first thing you do is to be in the pool. That's just the point. Nothing else. Whatever I'm saying here is by the side. Be in the pool. And when you're in the pool, you are not giving it food. You don't feed it. You are just submitting your documents and you do your normal routine life. Even while you're pushing other things, you are in the pool, they can just select you. And you don't require these documents. It is when they ask you to apply for permanent residence, that's when you now require to provide those documents. You see, so documents should not be a hindrance for you to be in the pool. The first thing to do is to evaluate yourself and go in the pool and to be selected and be visible. If you are not invisible, nobody can select you. Do you see? So that is why the process now is dynamic. It's not static the way it was. That is one of the updates that are made for this program. And they made it easier that employers can hire candidates from there. The provinces can hire candidates from there. Before, it was only the federal government of Canada does that. But now they made it a central so that they can manage the candidates who are coming in through work to Canada. So if Canada is your best option, it's one of the options you're considering, be in the pool. And you have known how to be in the pool, I'll explain everything to you. Contact us for us to do it for you. And I've showed you how to contact us. Reach out to us on the WhatsApp from our website. Or WhatsApp us. Also, we can start the process with you. Sponsorship Travel will do it for you, evaluate you, and put you in the pool for selection. And when they select you, we're also going to submit your permanent resident application. And if you get permanent resident, get selected or qualified for permanent residence, we're going to sponsor you, offering you flight ticket, accommodation, and airport pickup. You pay in 24 months. And that's package worth 7 million. You provide us with guarantor or collateral. If you don't want us to do it for you and you can do it, we also have a video, step-by-step video that explains, take you through how to do it. And we'll not just make the video and leave you alone. Also, we have a question and answer section every Sunday, 7 p.m., where you can ask questions based on the difficulty you are having. Then we'll also take you through the process. And also, you can visit our office here. You're welcome. All you need to do is book an appointment, visit our office, then we can talk more, discuss, ask questions, and all of those things. We are always available for you. We're here for you.